Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. With each passing day, there's becoming more and more headlines about measles, reminding much of the Ebola reporting before. And again, we're seeing a lot of the same numerology. Let's first watch this segment on measles, courtesy of ABC News. Notice that it's 3 minutes and 33 seconds, probably not a coincidence. Let's jump into it.
The Super Bowl and the battle off the field against the outbreak of measles. Tonight, even the White House weighing in on parents debating the vaccine, saying the science on this is, quote, really clear, recommending the vaccination. Measles, one of the most contagious diseases, and it was thought the illness had been eradicated here in the U.S.
I'm just going to pause right there. This is the same with Ebola. It's about vaccines, something we thought we didn't have to fear. Now all of a sudden we need more vaccines.
15 years ago. But tonight, look at this, the signs posted at clinics and hospitals in Arizona, where they're monitoring about 1,000 people for possible exposure, asking, think it might be measles? Measles is in our county. At the Super Bowl on Sunday, heightened alert, some fans will likely be asked if they've had any symptoms. And it's not just Arizona, 14 states now, California, the worst outbreak in 2 decades. ABC's Cecilia Vega from Phoenix, the site of the Super Bowl.
Tonight, public health officials are monitoring 195 children exposed to measles at this clinic. At hospitals all around Phoenix, doctors say they are in a race against the clock.
You've got 1,000 cases in this state. Is this a critical time?
Without a doubt, I think if my children were unimmunized, non-vaccinated, I would go and get the shot today.
Dr. Randy Christensen has vials of vaccines ready. He and his team now tasked with delivering the news to families who may have come into contact with the highly contagious disease. Tonight, as many as 1,000 people in this state at risk. Measles spreads by breathing, coughing, or sneezing. It can live on surfaces or in the air for up to 2 hours. That means an infected person could leave a room and someone unvaccinated could still get sick hours later. As the debate rages on over whether to vaccinate, cases continue to climb, 84 this year alone in 14 states. In hard-hit California, calls will warn parents of the potentially deadly risk.
California is in the midst of the largest outbreak of measles in over 20 years.
Arizona's epicenter, health officials say an unvaccinated family infected when they visited Disneyland in Southern California. The CDC believes the disease carried from overseas. A woman exposed to them became ill. That's where Dr. Timothy Jack's 3-year-old daughter Maggie was exposed. Maggie, who has leukemia, is now home being monitored for the measles. And now a big concern here is game day. 1 million people expected to flood into Phoenix to watch the Super Bowl. Epidemiologists telling me today they will be.
Hey, Truth Seekers, I just want to point out that the name Cecilia is a 33 name, so often we see in the media. There's a famous Latin singer named Cecilia who died on a curious date with 33 numerology. It was said to be an accident.
Here also looking for people showing signs of the measles, hoping to stop this outbreak before it spreads even more. David?
Cecilia Vega leading us off on a Friday night. Thank you. Let's get right to our chief medical editor, Dr. Richard Besser, tonight. People remember those images of long ago. How serious is measles today? Can you still die from it?
Well, I mean, for most children, they're going to be miserable for a week or so, but they're going to fully recover. But not every child is so lucky. 1 in 1,000 children who get measles die from the disease.
1 in 1,000. You heard Cecilia mention the symptoms there, but what do you watch out for?
Well, early on, it's going to look like any kind of viral illness: fever, cough, runny nose, red eyes. It's not.
True Seeker, it's been a very long time since even 1,000 people got measles in the United States, and only 1 in 1,000 die. Last year was the most measles cases in a long time. It was 644. So statistically, at most, one of those people would have died. And they're making this a big scare story.
Until 4 days in that you develop that rash. At that point, you've spread it to everyone around you who hasn't been vaccinated.
You have said on this broadcast before, get the vaccination and for your children as well, but do you need a booster later on in life?
Well, if you've had measles or you're fully vaccinated, you're covered. You don't need a booster.
Dr. Richard Besser with us again tonight. Rich, thank you.
That's weird, Truth Seeker, that he just said that, because in 2000, in Congress, there was a report that over time the measles vaccine wears off and people become prone to it again. The story mentioned how the outbreak was centralized from Disneyland. On January 14th, 114, it was reported that there were 33 cases linked to Disneyland. A week later, on January 21st, 121, they said there were 42 measles cases. So here we go with the numerology 33, 42. Measles itself has the very special gematria of 74 with simple English gematria. So, just wanted to point that out there. A few measles curiosities. Here's that report from 2000 that was presented to Congress. There's curious numerology all throughout this report, but it clearly says there is concern that vaccinated persons may gradually lose protection from measles. The doctor on TV just said that that doesn't happen, but here in 2000, this was testimony made to Congress. We live in this world with so much information that contradicts each other, and it's largely done because of our media, by design. It's how they make us a bunch of know-nothings, because we don't know what to believe, what to think. More reporting, just following the headlines. School district told 66 students. What do we know about 33 and 66, Truth Seeker? I mean, is this stuff even really happening, or are they just making this up for the fear? Look at this headline. Rise in measles cases marks a wake-up call for U.S. You know, that's what they want. They want us to wake up to some unnecessary fear. Check out Wake Up with Pythagorean Gematria. 33, what do you know? And here's that wake-up call. Here's the measles cases by the decade. From 2001 to 2014, it only went over 105 times, and last year was almost as much as the previous 12 years combined. This year, if we continue at this rate we're currently at, we will see around 1,000 cases by the end of the year. And again, he said there's about a 1 in 1,000 chance of dying. So I don't know what kind of wake-up call this is. Chance somebody might die this year from measles. Wake-up call. And in that reporting, they mentioned 21 days of being inside and connecting it to the Super Bowl, which is on February 1st, a date that's a lot like 21 itself, 2/1. And again, here's just a current article from today. The numbers they're going with are 84. Remember, United States of America with Pythagorean gematria sums to 84. And Arizona is the only state that sums to 84 with simple English gematria, where the Super Bowl will be held tomorrow. 84 cases of measles, and there in that ABC segment, 3 minutes and 33 seconds long, they were trying to connect a measles outbreak to the Super Bowl. So it's pretty much the extent of it, Truth Seeker. If you're worried about measles, fear not. All right, until next time.